It's coming up to European Parliament elections, and this document is a manifesto from the Board of Deputies of British Jews. That's an NGO in the United Kingdom. It sets out a number of key aspirations from the Jewish community before voters head to the polls in May. The EU's relationship with Israel, religious freedoms, anti-Semitism and combating extremism, and post-Holocaust issues are its 4 focus points. Those who put it together say they feel it's representative of the concerns many Jewish people are feeling across the European Union.
I mean, it's trying to give a Jewish perspective to the very, very big issues which are facing Europe at the moment. And I think this is a really troublesome time in terms of the rise of anti-Semitism in many countries, and also the difficult relationship which many European countries seem to be having with Israel in terms of the boycott, divestment campaigns, and we're trying to address some of those issues in a very profound way.
Some have questioned whether just putting together a document like this will be able to have any significant influence within the European Parliament. But one of the most vocal lobbyists in Europe on Jewish issues says it's a positive step for organisations in the EU member states to be raising awareness.
To the Jewish community leaders, I would say, reach out to the members of European Parliament or to the people which are elected in your, whether it's your councilmen or your local members of Parliament or national members of Parliament, and of course members of the European Parliament, not just before a time of European elections or any elections, but at all issues inform, to share information, to educate. And this is a long-term process which does not happen overnight and just with one shot or with one piece of paper, but rather a constant educational process that could change mindsets and eventually educate into thinking about European values.
Within the Parliament, those who the manifesto is supposed to be having an impact on have received it well.
I personally welcome that clear statement of views, and my door is open to those concerns. But within the European Union, Jews represent a very important community, a minority community, but one which is, well integrated, well established. So I think, in a way, the way that the Jewish community feels treated, and the extent that there's any sort of feeling of threat or worry about that, is a bit of a bellwether for how other minority communities might be feeling.
General awareness about the dawn of a new European Parliament and what effects it could have on voters' lives once they've turned out to post their ballots seems to be up. Whether this manifesto has its desired effect on the European Parliament or not, the threat of a resurgence of far-right groups in May's elections means that the European Jewish community will be hoping the issues it presses for are heard. Jack Parrock for JM1 at the European Parliament in Strasbourg.